Welcome back to Wise Gold, where we explore useful and fascinating knowledge tailored for those entering the golden years of life. Among my neighbors is Mrs. Thompson, a woman in her late 70s who has lived alone for the past decade. Her husband passed away several years ago, and her children have moved far from home, busy with their own families and lives. Yet Mrs. Thompson has never seemed lonely. In fact, there is a calm and serenity about her that I've often admired. She tends to her garden, reads on her porch every morning, and even hosts tea parties with the other women in the neighborhood. One afternoon, as we shared a cup of tea, I asked her about her life now. "Aren't you lonely living alone?" I inquired, genuinely curious. With a warm, knowing smile, she shook her head. "No, my dear," she replied. "Living alone has been one of the greatest blessings I could have. It's peaceful, it's quiet, and I've never felt more in control of my own life." Her words resonated deeply with me, and over the months, I've come to see that living alone as an older woman, far from being isolating, can be a deeply fulfilling experience. For many women like Mrs. Thompson, the transition to living alone opens the door to a wealth of personal growth, independence, and newfound joy. In this blog, I want to share the many benefits that older women can experience when they embrace living alone. Here are 9 key benefits that many women have discovered, often turning solitude into empowerment. 1. Independence and control over daily life. The first, and perhaps most obvious benefit of living alone, is the profound sense of independence it provides. After decades of caring for others, whether it be children, spouses, or even elderly parents, many women find that living alone allows them to finally prioritize their own needs and desires. In online forums dedicated to older adults, countless women have shared their newfound appreciation for this autonomy. Carol, a member of a senior living forum, reflected on her experience. "For years, I was a caregiver for my husband. After he passed, I felt lost. But over time, I came to cherish the independence I now have. I can make decisions for myself. What I eat, when I sleep, how I spend my days. It's an incredible feeling of liberation." The power of making one's own choices without having to accommodate others can be deeply empowering. It allows older women to live life at their own pace, embracing a lifestyle that fits their unique needs and preferences. 2. Peace and quiet for reflection and growth. After years of balancing family responsibilities, many older women cherish the peace that comes with living alone. The quiet of their homes offers a space for reflection, personal growth, and spiritual exploration. Susan, a commenter on a YouTube channel for older women, spoke of how living alone allowed her to reconnect with herself. "I love the peace that living alone gives me. I can sit quietly with my thoughts, meditate, and read without any interruptions. This solitude has given me the space to reflect on my life and to grow in ways I never imagined." For women who have spent years in the bustling energy of raising children or managing a household, the stillness of living alone can be profoundly rejuvenating. It provides the time and mental space to explore personal interests, hobbies, or spiritual practices that may have been neglected over the years. 3. Rediscovering hobbies and passions. When women live alone, they often find themselves rediscovering old hobbies or exploring new passions. Without the constant demands of a busy household, There is more time to focus on creative outlets, physical activities, or intellectual pursuits that bring joy and fulfillment. Take my friend Linda, for example. After her children moved out and she started living alone, she found herself returning to painting, something she hadn't done in over 30 years. "I forgot how much I loved painting," she shared with me one day. "Now, I've turned my living room into a little art studio, and I spend hours each week creating. It's one of the most rewarding things I've done for myself." Rediscovering old passions, or finding new ones, brings a sense of purpose and joy. It's a reminder that living alone doesn't mean giving up on life's pleasures. It often means embracing them in new and deeper ways. 4. A strong sense of self-reliance. Living alone naturally fosters a sense of self-reliance and personal confidence. Many older women find themselves empowered by their ability to manage their own homes, handle finances, and make important decisions without needing to consult others. On a senior living forum, Joyce shared her story of how living alone after a divorce helped her rediscover her inner strength. "When my marriage ended, I was scared to live alone. I hadn't lived by myself in decades. But after a few months, I realized how capable I was. I fixed things around the house, managed my bills, and made decisions for myself. It's an amazing feeling to trust in your own abilities." This self-reliance not only strengthens women's confidence, but also fosters a sense of pride in their ability to thrive independently. Many women find that living alone helps them reconnect with their inner strength in ways they hadn't expected. 5. Enhanced mental well-being. Many older women report an improvement in their mental health after choosing to live alone. Without the stress of household conflicts, family drama, or the emotional labor of managing others' needs, they often experience greater emotional balance and mental clarity. Marcia, a woman who commented on a senior discussion board, explained how living alone helped her mental well-being. "I've struggled with anxiety for most of my life, but since I started living on my own, I felt more in control of my emotions. The peace and quiet of my home give me the space to focus on myself, and I've never felt more mentally balanced." Living alone provides an environment free from external stressors, allowing older women to prioritize their emotional health and well-being. 6. Creating a space that reflects personal style. When living alone, older women can decorate and arrange their homes in a way that fully reflects their personal tastes. Without the need to compromise with a spouse or family members, they can create a space that feels like a true sanctuary. Patricia, a viewer of a YouTube channel dedicated to home decor for older adults, shared her experience of transforming her home after her husband passed. "I decorated every room exactly how I wanted it. I chose the colors, the furniture, the decorations. It was all mine. For the first time in my life, my home felt like a true reflection of me, and it brought me so much comfort." The ability to shape their living environment can bring older women a sense of pride and joy, as their home becomes a space that truly feels like their own. 7. Building stronger social connections. Contrary to the assumption that living alone leads to isolation, many older women find themselves more socially active when they live independently. Without the daily responsibilities of family life, they have more time to invest in friendships, community activities, or hobbies that connect them with others. Mrs. Thompson, the woman I mentioned earlier, is a perfect example. Despite living alone, she is one of the most socially engaged people in our neighborhood. She frequently hosts book clubs, attends local gatherings, and keeps in close touch with her friends. "I may live alone," she says with a smile, "but I'm never lonely. My friendships have deepened, and I've found new ways to connect with others." Living alone often provides women with the space and time to nurture friendships and become more involved in their communities, which can lead to a richer and more fulfilling social life. 8. Freedom to set boundaries. Living alone offers older women the freedom to set boundaries that protect their time and energy. They can choose when to engage with others and when to enjoy solitude, ensuring that they prioritize their mental and emotional well-being. Betty, a woman I met through a senior support group, explained how living alone helped her set healthier boundaries with her adult children. "I love my kids, but now that I'm living on my own, I've learned to say no. I don't feel guilty when I need time for myself. It's liberating to finally set boundaries that work for me." This ability to set boundaries allows older women to preserve their energy and maintain balance in their lives, without feeling obligated to meet others' expectations. 9. A deeper connection with oneself. Finally, living alone often leads to a deeper connection with oneself. Without the distractions of family life, older women have more time to engage in self-reflection, spiritual practices, or creative pursuits that foster a sense of inner peace. Elaine, a member of an online community for older adults, shared how living alone helped her reconnect with herself. "In my younger years, I was always doing things for others, whether it was for my family, my job, or my friends. But now, living alone, I've had the time to really get to know myself. I've started journaling, meditating, and reflecting on my life. I've never felt more at peace." For many women, the solitude of living alone provides an opportunity for personal growth and spiritual exploration, leading to a deeper understanding of who they are and what truly matters to them. As Mrs. Thompson once told me with a smile, "Living alone doesn't mean you're alone. It means you've chosen to prioritize yourself, and there's nothing more empowering than that." For any older woman who is considering this lifestyle, take comfort in the fact that you are not just gaining independence. You are gaining an opportunity to grow, to reflect, and to live life according to your own rules. Whether you fill your days with hobbies, connect with others in new ways, or simply enjoy the peace and quiet of your own home, remember that the decision to live alone is a gift you give yourself. Embrace it fully, and you may find that this chapter of your life is one of the best yet.